Alright, so our next topic is personal reliefs and rebates. And this is actually under section chapter 9. Okay, for personal reliefs and rebates, this is actually for individuals' income tax liability. This will help us calculating the individual tax liability after we actually combine all his or her sources of income, such as employment income, non-business income, business income, to arrive at the total income. Okay. So the personal reliefs are actually given as deductions from the total income of an individual in arriving at the chargeable income. Alright. So personal reliefs are only for individual taxpayers who are residents of Malaysia for the basis year for the relevant year of assessment. And we have two items here which are reliefs and also rebates. We will be dealing with rebates later, but now we are going to look at personal reliefs. Okay. So before we move further, I would like to show you the format of our tax computation so that this will give you an overview of the format of our calculation here. All right, so here, if we look at the tax computation, for example, we start with statutory income. Let's say you have two types of business. So income from business 1, income from business 2. We have a total here. And in case your business have an unabsorbed losses, you can bring that forward to reduce your statutory income from business. And then under section 4B, previously we have done employment income. So the total income for employment will be here. Section 4C, D, and also C and D. So for the employment income, the dividend is exempted. So you can just ignore the dividend part. Okay, the interest, some are not exempted. And also total income from rental. And last one is from royalties and others. Right. So the different types of different sources of income will give you an aggregate income. This is for individual. And then when we have current year business losses, you can again, it will reduce your chargeable income. All right, if we have donations, we do approve donations, we can deduct here. That will give you a total income. All right, so this is where reliefs comes in. So from everything, so you have a total income here, and we can less our personal reliefs. This will give you a chargeable income. Okay, and all right. Just now we talk about rebates. So here, when you have a chargeable income, you have a tax payable. Okay, this is based on the scale rate, the chargeable income. And then if we have rebates will reduce our net tax payable. All right, the format here is to get you familiar with the calculation, because you might wonder where does this reliefs comes from, or where do we actually put the calculation of our personal reliefs. Okay. All right, let's go to the different types of personal reliefs. The personal reliefs keeps changing. We can see that it keeps changing from year to year. If you refer to your textbook, we have a list of personal reliefs. So we have to go through one by one. For example, under section 41(1)(a), we have a personal relief of 9,000. So every individual is entitled to a personal relief of 9,000. All right, and then for 1C, we have medical treatment, special needs, and carer expenses on parents. All right, if you incur expenses for your parents for their medical, the maximum that you can claim or you can have relief is 5,000 per year. And then basic supporting equipment for self, wife, child, or parent if disabled. Let's say you purchase wheelchair, any other supporting equipment, you can claim up to 6,000. Course fees. If you enroll into different types of courses, the maximum that you can claim is 7,000 ringgit. If you have serious disease and we incur expenses for that particular disease, the maximum amount that you can claim is 6,000 ringgit. And we are also allowed for a complete medical checkup for yourself, for your spouse, and also children, total up to maximum of 500 ringgit. And if, for example, your parents now, they save in PTPTN, all right, the maximum amount that can be claimed is 6,000 ringgit. It's also contribution, maximum to 50. Parental care, right, this is like the amount of money or the allowance that you give to your parents, so you can claim up to maximum of 1,500 ringgit. All right, and then for the individual lifestyle, for individual lifestyle, here is under individual lifestyle, and this include, you can refer to page 267 in your text. Okay, this includes purchase of books, journals, magazines, newspapers, sports equipment. Let's say you purchase a tennis racket or badminton racket or sports equipment, purchase of computer, smartphone or tablet, internet subscriptions, and also gymnasium membership. So you can claim up to 2,500 ringgit. It is called a lifestyle. This is a limit of 2,500 ringgit. Okay. Starting year assessment 2017, the government also allowed a tax relief for purchase of breastfeeding equipment up to 1,000 ringgit. And these can be claimed once every 2 years and must be evidenced by receipt of purchase. In fact, all these is actually must be supported with receipts. For parental care, later on, when you fill up the e-filing for the parental care, the control is that you have to keep in your parents' IC number so that they know the parents still there. All right, this is also from year assessment 2017. We have childcare fees to childcare centres and kindergarten. All right, this is the fees that we have to pay for the children when they go to Tadika, Taska, maximum of 1,000 ringgit. All right, deduction for wife or former wife, 4,000 ringgit. Former wife pun boleh, resident individual who had a wife living together will be allowed a wife relief of 4,000 ringgit. Okay, disabled wife relief. If the wife is disabled, the husband can claim another 3,500 ringgit. Additional wife relief if the wife is a disabled person. All right, child relief. Okay, for child relief, in general, the child relief is 2,000 ringgit per child for each child. There is no maximum number of children. If the children is disabled, the relief that can be claimed by the parents is 6,000 ringgit if the children is physically or mentally disabled. This is irrespective of their age and also educational status. Okay, 8,000 ringgit per child as in your case, right? You are studying in a universities, right? Even though you are above 18 years old, your parents can claim up to 8,000 ringgit for each children, irrespective of whether the education is received overseas or local. So let's say you study here in Malaysia, the parents can claim up to 8,000 ringgit. But if you have a sister or brother studying in overseas, still the amount is also 8,000 ringgit. All right, relief is given for insurance premium and contribution. To an approved fund, okay. Education and medical insurance payment. And the relief allowed is the lower of the aggregate amount of payments and contribution or 6,000 ringgit. This is with effect from year assessment 2019. All right, so this is a summary of the personal relief. So we can see here, relief for self and dependent relatives, 9,000 ringgit. wife relief 4,000, husband relief if the husband has no total income or elect for joint assessment with wife. Relief for children, for unmarried child below age of 18 years old, 2,000 ringgit. Disabled child, 6,000 ringgit. A child studying in college or university in Malaysia, 8,000. Also, child studying in college or university outside Malaysia, 8,000 ringgit. Disabled child in college or university, so 6,000 plus 8, 6 for the disabled child and 8,000 for university students. So basic supporting equipment, maximum of 6,000 ringgit. Parents' medical expenses supported by receipts, 5,000 ringgit. And serious disease, maximum of 6,000 ringgit, and also medical examination expenses for individuals or family members, 5,000 ringgit. All right, let's look at 4 examples here. You can refer to your notes. So let's look at example 1, 2, 3, and also Encik Roslan. All right. For example 1, what we have here is Mr. Goh, who is employed as a draughtsman, incurred 6,500 ringgit in 2018 as fees on technical course on computer-assisted drawing in an institution recognised by the government. Here, the keyword is recognised by the government, so Mr. Goh would be eligible for the relief of 6,500 ringgit. Assuming Mr. Goh had spent 8,000 on course fee, he would be eligible for a deduction of maximum 7,000 ringgit. So remember, the maximum is 7,000 ringgit. So if he spent 8,000, the maximum deduction is only 7,000. Okay. So we have example 2 here. Mr. Arumugam, working as a plant engineer, signed up for master's course in electrical engineering with a British university and paid course fees of 20,000 ringgit. So no relief would be granted if the course was not pursued in an institution in Malaysia recognised by the government. Must be institution in Malaysia in order for you to get that maximum of 7,000 ringgit for course fee. Alright, and the third one we have Mr. John. He is a government officer and he pursued a Bachelor of Arts degree at a local private college. He paid 3,000 as final semester fee and completed the course in May 2018. In September 2018, he pursued a master's program at the UM and incurred 4,000 ringgit as fees for the first year. State if Mr. John would be eligible for any relief on the fees he has incurred in 2018. Right, so for 2018, only 4,000 ringgit in respect for the master's program. He will not get any relief for the fees paid for his Bachelor of Arts degree as it is not included in the selected field of study. Okay, so here you can refer to your notes for the course fees. Course fees, the maximum eligible amount is 7,000 ringgit and it is on any course study up to tertiary level in any institution in Malaysia recognised by the government and undertaken for the purpose of acquiring technical, vocational or industrial skills. So the deduction here is only for degree at a postgraduate level, right? That is master's or doctorate level, okay, but not for degree level. All right, next example. Okay, all right, next example is Encik Roslan here. He is a Malaysian resident and he has 6 children as at 31st December 2018. All right, we have here first child born on 31st August 1995 and is chambering at a local law firm after finishing his law degree and earning 300 ringgit per month. He lives at home with his parents. Second child born on 5th June 1999 and is doing his A-level in London. Encik Roslan spent 20,000 ringgit on his fees and lodging. And the third child born on 2nd January 2003, attending school full-time from home. And the fourth child born on 3rd December 2007, the child is physically disabled and stays at home. The fifth child, born on 9 December 2008, studying in KL and received 2,000 ringgit from her grandfather's estate. The sixth child, born on 17 October 2015, the child is attending nursery classes from home. And the seventh child, born on 10 August 2016, but passed away on 1st September 2018. So you are here to you are required to compute the child relief for your assessment of 2018 for Encik Roslan. Alright, so we have to go to every child. So let's look at the first child. Alright, you have the answer here. Alright, so if we look at the first child, it says that there is no relief for the first child because the child is not studying. The keyword here is after finishing his law degree. So he finished his law degree and he's doing chambering. So the first child is not entitled to any child relief. The second child is doing his A levels in London and Encik Roslan spent 20,000 on his fees and lodging. Alright, if you refer to child relief, the full-time instruction, we can say that he must study. If you look at here, the child relief is 2,000 ringgit, the normal relief. Why? Because even though he is doing A levels is not considered as a university or college level, right? But if the child is studying in polytechnic, then he or she would be qualified for a relief, but not for A levels. And that is why for the second child, the relief is only 2,000, a normal relief. The third child attending school full time from home. Again, normal relief, below 18 years old. The fourth child, disabled and stays at home. Okay, for a disabled child, if you remember, the relief is 6,000 ringgit. Okay, for the fourth child. For the fifth child, okay, even though this child is less than 18 years old, she studied in KL and received 2,000 ringgit from her grandfather's estate. Alright, in general, for a parents to claim for a child relief, the parents must maintain the child. But here it says that the grandfather maintains the children. So for the fifth child, there is no child relief because she has an income of 2,000. The sixth child, normal relief, attending nursery classes from home. The seventh child, alright. The seventh child is born on August 2016 but passed away on 1st September 2018. He or she is still eligible for a full relief because the child is considered as alive during the basis period of 2018. Alright, if he or she passed away in 2019, then we cannot claim relief for 2018. So this makes the total child relief for Encik Roslan amounted to 14,000 ringgit.